All right, hi everybody. Different experiment today. In talking about weather, one of the critical components of the energy that drives the weather is the fact that the Earth is made of different materials. So Earth is primarily land and water, and we are heated by the sun, and the fact that land and water heat up and cool down at different rates pretty much drive local climate and global climate for the most part. So what we've got is a little setup here to kind of test or prove that land and water heat up differently. So I've got very fancy, it's a light bulb. I've got some potting soil, and I've got a little glass of water that's been sitting here for room temperature, and I'm going to have everything about 6 inches from my lamp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the light on. We'll allow the water and the land to heat. There's a thermometer in each of them. So I'll come in and measure the temperature every 3 minutes or so. And then I will turn the light off and move it away, and we'll measure the temperature of the land and the water every 3 minutes as they're cooling down. And then you'll be able to make a graph and compare how land and water heat up compared to one another. That's pretty much it. So let me just check our starting temperatures. So for water, we have a starting temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. And for land, and this is good, they've been sitting out long enough finally now that they are the same, 18 degrees Celsius. So I'll write that down. Water, 18 degrees Celsius. Soil, that's for times 0. Make sure that they're 6 inches away. Dr. and Marie Corvidae, I guess they're going to get a little bit of a tan. Here's our lamp, times 0. All right, and then in 3 minutes, I'll be back. So, our water. Soil. All right, so what happened was water and soil started out at 18. Water heated to 19 degrees Celsius in the time that we were doing it, but soil heated to 22. The water, when I turned the light off, cooled to 19 ultimately, and the soil 18. So the water overall only gained and lost 1 degree of temperature, but the soil gained and lost a lot more. And that's pretty typical of Earth materials in that the land heats up quicker, cools down quicker, the water heats up more slowly, cools down more slowly. Pretty easily illustrated here. The other thing that we look at when we're looking at Earth materials is whether or not it is reflective or colored in some way. So dark colored objects, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with, do warm up faster, and lighter colored objects do not warm up as quickly. So especially this time of year, right now, we've got so much snow around. Snow actually reflects a lot of the heat away, and that's true of the poles or anywhere else where we have a lot of snow cover. So it's going to stay colder at night until we can get some of this snow to melt. And so you guys will be left to make the graph and the analysis. Here's our data. Have a nice one.
Yo en me for no le hagan duras and investigation sin